Okay, for the first time tonight, we are now hearing from the student who was struck by a car while getting on a school bus.
That car hit Kyla Avant last week, and tonight, police are still searching for the driver. Paul Bloom joining us live with the story. Paul?
BC, Kyla and her family had a simple message for this hit-and-run driver who left her lying in the roadway at our France Avenue bus stop last week. Turn yourself in.
I put it in a corner of my mind because I don't really want to think about it. It's like a dark place for me.
Kyla Avant is trying really hard not to dwell on the terrifying bus stop hit and run that could have killed her.
This will forever change my life.
The Edina High School senior was boarding her school bus last week along France Avenue when a car came out of nowhere and struck her as she stepped out onto the shoulder.
It's very unreal, surreal. It feels like a movie.
The next thing she knew, she was flying through the air, looking up at the treetops.
I couldn't believe it because that seemed so, really? How do you hit a person that's on a bus stop? That makes no sense at all.
Kyla's younger brother was just steps away and figured his sister was dead in the roadway. The family outraged. The driver took off.
This was a child, it was a small person. And to just leave the scene without nothing, that hurts the most.
On Friday, Edina detectives visited Kyla's home to take photographs of her injuries as the investigation continues. We know police recovered the suspected Chevy Malibu about 75 miles away in Mankato. But more than a week later, we don't know who was driving the car when it struck Kyla. The hope is the young woman, who is dealing with both physical and emotional injuries, will be able to return to school next week.
Very bad. I just keep on replaying the moment of me getting hit over and over again.
Edina being super tight-lipped about this investigation, so we don't know where in Mankato this car was found. Was it abandoned or stolen? We just do not know. As for Kyla, again, she's hoping that another weekend of recovery might mean she could return to school on Monday. As for the driver, we are now told by witnesses that multiple people might have been in that Chevy Malibu when the driver struck the 17-year-old. Reporting live from Edina City Hall tonight, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.